Welcome back to Mammy's house. I'm so glad you decided to come back and join us. And it is, of course, my favorite time of the year. And I've got one of my favorite little girls here of all time. And want to introduce to you my fourth grandchild, second granddaughter, Bailey Danielle. And she is as pretty as her name is. And I'm so glad that she is on fall break this week and she gets to come and cook. What are we cooking today? Beef stew together. We're so excited. It is also that time of the year for all those good stews and cornbreads and stuff. So we can't wait to get started with you. So, all right, I've got everything together for us. Bailey and I, we've already chopped some red potatoes, which is perfect for a good beef stew. Good, just do them in quarters. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start cooking our carrots. And I just buy the bag of baby carrots at the grocery store. And then I'll get our red potatoes, chop them up. I want them to go ahead and start cooking while we're getting all the meats and saute our vegetables, other vegetables. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the oven. So I've got an onion, of course. We're gonna do that again. Need my eyes to burn a little bit. We'll see if Bailey's eyes burn, her pretty blue eyes. You've got pretty blue eyes, and guess what? Bailey's got a little baby sister. Well, she's not a baby anymore, is she?
She's a toddler.
She's a toddler.
And she's starting to use her words now.
And make sentences, isn't she? And so she loves Bailey, don't she?
Yep.
She loves you a lot. Her name is Caroline.
She also likes watching Ellen.
She loves watching the shark. She just had a birthday, right?
Yeah.
She's turned 2.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. She's sweet. We call her Sweet Caroline, but she's not very sweet sometimes, is she? But she sure is pretty. So we've got our onions. I made it through it. I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with our celery. And you know what? I don't want this to be real fine like I would put it in a chicken salad or something. I'm kind of going to do them a little bit more, about an inch. I want those vegetables. Just like good old beef stew. Even with some of that leaf in there. My mom always said that's where we get our flavors, from the leaf of the celery. Oh, and I smell that celery. It smells really good. You know, and of course we've had summers over, and I had a great summer. What did you have? A great summer too? You had a lot going on.
I went to Myrtle Beach.
She went to Myrtle Beach, Beach Bend. We went to Camp Rudolph. Did all kinds of good fun stuff. Wow. And then you're going to Tennessee this weekend. I want to do a little bit of parsley just to have some green in here. Not a whole lot of flavor with parsley, but just a little bit. Enough to use it, make it pretty. We're going to ball it all up with my little hands. I've been cooking a lot at the restaurant. It's been extremely busy. We just had the Bourbon Festival, which of course is always super busy. We do nothing but cook and work and serve bourbon. And we had Ashley McBride, my daughter Robin, had a concert this year with Ashley McBride that was phenomenal. And was so glad to have her back and see her, and all the good fortune that she's had in her life has been amazing, and she deserves every bit of it. You go, Ashley. Mammy's always cheering you on. So anyway, I'm gonna get my skillet, and I've got some olive oil in here. So let's get it turned on, Bailey. This is where it's all gonna start coming together and tasting really, really good. So if you want to follow me over here, let's get some of these veggies in here to start sauteing. Okay, we're ready to put our onions.
And celery.
Yep, that's getting good and hot. Stand by. And we've got our potatoes and our carrots cooking over there. Kind of put this in slow. It's already smelling good, isn't it, Bailey? This is the good part of the stew, my favorite part.
I like celery, but I've never really liked onions. But I've never tried an
Well, you know, I'm not a big onion fan either, but I like cooking with it because it gives your food a lot of flavor. So, we're also going to add probably a teaspoon of garlic in there. And this is just a minced garlic. Oh, that smells so good, doesn't it? Yum, yum. And then I like tomato puree to go in here. The salt in there gives it that rich, robust, hearty flavor. And then we'll use the rest of that in our soup. Oh, that's starting to look good. And I'm using olive oil for my oil. So let's get the pepper and a pinch of salt. And I'm not doing this in a crock pot, but if I was going to work today, rather than spending my day with Bailey, I would be putting all this once I get it all put together in a crock pot, and it could cook from anywhere from 4 hours on high or to 8 hours on medium to low. But me and Bailey's just going to cook it on the stove today because you know what? We're here. We're going to be here all day. Look how pretty that is. Beef stew is really a beautiful dish. I remember Mammy and them making it. I remember when Mammy Clyde and my grandmother, my other Mammy Lucille, made this because it seems like in the early winter or the early fall, you would have, you know, my Palp and Pawpaw always had their own beef, cut their own beef, but you'd always have it in the white wrapped up package, the beef tip. So I guess it was one part of the cow that they cut. Then you would have a roast. Then when you would have the hamburger, and then I think you would have a few steaks left over. But we're gonna let that saute. And then Bailey's gonna put in the bay leaf. We're gonna put 2 bay leaves in here, and we don't actually eat those, and they're not gonna break up on you.
Just take them out at the end.
Take them out at the end, and you'll be able to find them. My mom taught me that. I never knew what while she was throwing a leaf into our soups and stews, but that bay,
it gives it a lot of flavor.
It sure does. And you put 2 in there because your name is Bailey, and you put 2 bay leaves in there. Oh, that is smelling so good, so good. And we're going to let that get pretty tender. Give it a few more minutes, and we're going to add that to the vegetables that's already cooking, and then we're going to take the drippings from here and we're going to saute our beef tips. All right, okay, so that's cooking really good. Oh, it just really smells good, don't it, Bailey? And I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce in here. Worcestershire.
I don't know, it sounds
However you pronounce it, it's good.
Yeah.
I like it on a lot of stuff.
Like, this kind of looks like something that you would have at, like, a sushi restaurant or something.
It is. It's like a soy sauce almost. Yeah. And look how pretty that is. And that Worcestershire sauce just broke down that tomato paste. And that's going to add to that stew. And it's going to be
really
beautiful.
Easy to find is because, like, they don't crunch up, so you don't have to pull them out bit by bit.
No.
So.
And that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. What are you gonna do at the waitress? Her mom, Jackie, she cooks and she waitresses and she manages, so she kind of does everything at the restaurant, doesn't she? So which job do you want when you get old enough? The dishwashing job?
I think I want to be a cooker.
A cooker?
Yeah.
Like Mammy? Just an old cooker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. That's why you're here with me today. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to leave this on low, medium to low. I want it to saute while we have time to come over and prep our beef tips. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, whoop, whoop. So on our beef tips, I love this beautiful, beautiful red meat. We're going to saute it too. I want to sear them actually. And what that does when you sear them in the skillet that I'm getting ready to use, it holds all that flavor in as they're cooking in that pot. So I've got some flour, salt and pepper, and some basil. I'm going to add in there. Yum. Some Italian seasonings. I'm going to put them all in there. Put those in there. And we're going to put a little bit of a cayenne salt pepper mixture. Put that all in there. And we're going to use your hands. And this is going to give you...
This is a little weird, but I like the feeling of like, meat and stuff because it's like really squishy.
It really is squishy. It really is. So we're going to do that. And I'll let you do that up and down. Just hold it over the bow real good. And then that is just going to make our thickness, kind of like our gravy, as we sear it into that that meat, and it kind of makes it going to be like our gravy. And we're going to need that thickness. And if we don't have it thick enough, I've got the cornstarch ready to add to it, just to give it a little bit. I like my beef stew thick, not runny. I'm going to drain a little bit of the water off. I don't want too much water. Watch out, Bailey. Oh, that's going to look so good. And then we're just going to put this with all those seasonings in with those potatoes and carrots. And they still need to cook for a little while, but that's okay. And I've got that on high. It already looks really, really good. So now we're ready to put some more olive oil in here, Bailey. Love our olive oil. It just cooks so clean. All right. And we're going to put this, all of our meat in here. Oh, you did a great job. There we go. Let's get that good and seared. And we're going to keep the rest of that flour too. We can put that in our soup as well. Well, I remember my grandma, Mammy, when she used to do this, and she used to flour her chicken or her pork chops. And
also, I like how like flour feels because it's like so soft.
It's like sand, isn't it? Like soft, soft sand.
Or like baby powder.
Yep, it sure is. That's why you like to cook, because you like the texture and the feel of everything.
And it kind of makes your hands soft.
Let's take a break. Let's cook this. It's going to take a few minutes. Got to sit and watch these. Just put it on like a, medium to high, and we're going to sear these. And as soon as they get really, really brown, you can see that one starting to get really brown on the outside. We're going to add them to our pot. Look at our pot is boiling. There's your bay leaves. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, and it smells so good.
The water inside of it looks really pretty, like all the...
It really looks nice. Yeah. It looks like a fall
leaf.
It looks like a fall dish, doesn't it?
Like the potatoes look like rocks. The leaves look like they just fell out of the trees.
Yeah.
And like the celery looks like
it sure does. It really does. Well, we're going to take a break right now from one of our great sponsors, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, and I have seared all my beef, put it inside with all the vegetables, and I'm just going to let it cook for a couple of hours, or just whenever the potatoes and the carrots for sure are tender. It takes the carrots a little bit longer, and the meat is really good and done and very, very tender. So this is a recipe I found online again, And I made it for a dinner that I had over the summer for my children, my kids, my grown kids. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a dish. And this is a great appetizer for any parties. So I love Brussels sprouts. Do you like them? They're like mini cabbages. Yeah, your pop doesn't care much for them either. But this was a big hit, and I could eat Brussels sprouts every day. So what we're going to do?
They're like salads, but like
not like they're like little. To me, they're like mini cabbages, and I could eat cabbage all the time.
I don't know if I like them or not because I've never.
Well, you know what? You can try one today because it's going to have bacon on it. Anything with bacon around it is good. So what we're going to do, and I've already had them marinating in some butter, some seasonings. We go through a ton of cases of Brussels sprouts at the restaurant. At Mammy's Kitchen. Go figure. It's one of the favorite dishes. So all we're going to do is put that toothpick in the middle there to keep it on and set them up like that. Oh, and we're going to bake them, and oh, how good. This bite size.
Because look, it kind of looks like an eye.
It's a great dish for a Halloween party. Good idea, Bailey.
It kind of
You always have good ideas, though, because you're very creative. And you must get that from your mama. Or your pal, or your dad. And we're just going to keep doing these. But when I had these, I had a dinner, and you know, my kids came over, and by the time they ate all these, they weren't that hungry for whatever my entree was that day, because they love Brussels sprouts too. But fun. Here we go. Great for any party. And we're just going to bake them. And I like to bake them for about 45 minutes on 350.
Everything makes stuff better with bacon.
It sure does. Everything's better with bacon. Especially a Brussels sprout that most people do not like. I could probably get Palp to eat one of these with butter and bacon on it. Look, that little piece of butter try to get away. So what are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm going to be a chicken.
A chicken, because you know why she's going to be a chicken? Because she raises chickens. She lives on a farm, a little farm, and she's got chickens.
We don't have a lot of animals. We just have chickens, but we do have 2 dogs. Can't go inside unless it's winter.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is put some salt and good old pepper on these.
And a couple months ago,
to make them good crisp.
And a couple months ago, we just moved into our new house. So.
You moved into your new house, right on your little 5-acre farm. And you like it too, don't you? So we're going to put these, how pretty they are, in the oven. And we're going to let them cook for about 45 minutes. We've got a lot of stuff cooking. How pretty is that? Oh, gosh, it's going to be so good, Bailey. I'm going to stir this a little bit. There's your leaf right there.
Yep.
That is going to be the best beef stew that we have ever made. Yum. How good is that? You know, outside it's not, really hot. It's a beautiful day outside. I enjoyed all this weather. And I tell you, I was moaning and complaining about the summer, but I had a really nice summer this year. And actually took up golf. And I wanted to see what was so much fun. My girlfriends had asked me to play on a league with them. And I just thought, I'll just ride around on the cart with you all. I don't really care to play golf. I'm not very good at it. I've never tried it before in my life. I hit that ball. I got back like that. And I took that. And I hit that ball. And it went straight to the green. And I've been hooked ever since. Now I see why my husband and brother-in-law and all his friends love it so much. Even though I'm not good at all, that was just by fate that ball went straight to the green, because I haven't had one to go straight to the green since. But I'm still playing and hopefully take some lessons, because it was really fun. But I'm going to tell you something. It's so hot to play golf. I told my husband, Fly, I said, pal, Now this week I want to play golf because it's just now starting to get really cool. He said, well, it's hard to play when the leaves start playing. I'm like, this is when I really want to play. But it was so hot out there playing golf. I thought I was going to get sick. But I didn't complain. I was like a trooper. Just couldn't wait to get back on that cart to get some wind down my hair and throw my hair, you know, some wind through my hair. And so anyway, I'm a golfer now, and I really, really, really like it. But I'm a better cooker than I am a golfer. I'll tell you that much right there. And I don't know how much my husband likes me playing with him, but I think he takes me with him with his buddies, and I'm just his practice person. Because they never tell me my score. Even if I have one, it's so off the charts. He's probably embarrassed too. But anyway, so for the let's get a bow out. For the Brussels sprouts, I'm going to do this dip, and it calls for about 5 tablespoons of mayo. I use olive oil mayo. Ain't no sense in running a Brussels sprout that bad. I've already got the bacon on it. And I've got some balsamic vinegar, and I just want a tablespoon maybe of that. And we're going to mix it together. Whip it together. And then we're going to dip our Brussels sprout mixture in this.
It kind of looks like ice cream.
Looks like pudding, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's the total opposite. I had a little bit more of my mayo. Got a little too crazy with my balsamic vinegar. But boy, that stuff is just so good. And then you've got your little appetizers going on while you make everybody some good old hot cornbread. So next, then we're going to set this in the fridge. Now that's perfect right there. We're going to set this in the fridge, and guess what's coming up next? Because we've got our Brussels sprouts in the oven, our beef stew cooking. Look at it boiling back there. It's just beautiful. We're going to put our dip in the fridge, and we're going to bring out all the ingredients to make our pumpkin cheesecake with a caramel icing. Yes, that's going to be awesome. Ooh, it's going to be hard not to eat that before we eat this, but we're going to try. So who cares if you have dessert first?
That's what I do at one.
Yeah, we do. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Cooking at Mammy's House with Mammy and Bailey Danielle, and we've got a great meal today. We're so excited. I'm excited that it's fall break and Bailey gets to come over and spend some time with me today before she goes to Tennessee on her little vacation. And I've got beef stew in the background. I've been craving beef stew. I've been waiting for a day like this and thought it was going to be perfect. It's not too hot outside. It looks like fall's just right around the corner. So we've got some great beef stew on the stove. We've got Brussels sprouts wrapped in bacon. That's hard to say. Brussels sprouts wrapped in bacon with a balsamic mayo sauce. Get ready to those are in the oven. Oh, it's made my mouth water. And then we are doing right now, we're going to make some homemade cornbread in a minute. You can't have beef stew without a piece of cornbread. But right now we're going to do a pumpkin cheesecake. And if you were at the restaurant last Friday, I kind of accidentally made a cheesecake, and I had some pumpkin, so I put pumpkin cheesecake together, and voila, it turned out so good. It was fantastic. So Bailey's going to even make it better, and she's going to do the caramel sauce for me today. We've got some cracker crumbs we're going to put in here. These are graham crackers, like 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs with 3 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to get me a fork, and we're going to smash them up, and that's your crust for your cheesecake. And I always like to add a lot of butter to mine, but What's better than a good old graham cracker crust? Oh my gosh, so good. So I'm going to spray it a little bit because I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I haven't asked, but I just don't want it to stick. So I'm going to play it safe and spray it. And then we're going to put this in here. I like graham crackers, don't you, Bailey?
Yeah.
And they're even better with butter on them. So we got to get them all out here. You know what? I've got a little bit too much butter, but we can always add some graham crackers. Can't take away, but you can always add. So crush them up in there. We have graham crackers left over from our summer s'mores that you and Emery, which are best friends, who Emery was on the show with me, and our best friends, I think that's good, want me to fix for you all. The s'mores casserole. We're going to do a lot of stuff this fall. We're going to do movies. Mammy got a big old movie screen. We're going to do movies outside with a tent and have the boys up here. It's going to have so much fun.
We should take your tent back there down to the forest and we should go camping.
Oh, I would love to go camping. What about camping and taking our big old movie screen?
Yeah.
And we could just lay in the tent and watch a big old movie. Like, what movie could we watch? Something really cool. I don't know.
We watch The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman. That's a good musical, isn't it? That would be great. Which reminds me that Palp took me to New York City this summer. And we got to I got to see my first Broadway play. You know what, Bailey? I bet if you've seen one that Mammy's going to take you to one, I bet you'd want to be an actress because you'd be very good at that. All right, so I've got a graham cracker crust in here. Now comes, I've got it going up the sides a little bit where I have a little extra just for the look. Cheesecakes are really hard to make. I've not been very successful until last Friday, so I hope I'm successful again today. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so now what we're going to do, get us a spoon. Let me check on our, oh my goodness, look at that, Bailey. Oh, that looks
There's one of the leaves.
delicious. And there's Bailey's bay leaf right there.
But then we're going to have to put
Oh
the other
my
ones.
goodness. Oh, my stomach is growling. My mouth is watering right now. Oh, it's so much fun to cook. So satisfying. So, we have got 16 ounces of cream cheese. Mammy can't talk today because my mouth is watering so much. So, I've got my cream cheese mixture. And let's get our big old mixer ready.
Our whisker.
Whiskers, we do this a lot at the restaurant, don't we? Even Palp knows how to make pies now. So, and I'm going to put my sugar mixture, which is 1 cup of sugar. I've got a teaspoon of vanilla in there, a teaspoon of salt. So it's all my dry ingredients, and a tablespoon of flour.
It smells so good.
Oh my goodness. And so I want this to be fluffy. All right, so I'm gonna let you do that. Just hold it in there. And we're gonna add 3 eggs. I'll tell you what, let's add our milk first. You ready? There's 1/4 cup of milk. And yes, I love cooking at Mammy's Kitchen, especially around fall. Love cooking all year round, but fall is one of my biggest times to make pumpkin pies and just all kinds of good fall desserts. All right, perfect. You know what I'm going to do? Scrape the sides. I don't want to do anything wrong with this, so we're going to scrape the sides like the directions tell us to. Gosh. New York style cheesecake, Mammy's Kitchen. or at Mammy's house today. That stuff, I could probably, if it wasn't for the raw eggs, eat that like right now by itself. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and add the eggs. There you go. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, there we go. You know what? So what I did the other day, I had some spices. Got some cinnamon, just a pinch. I love cinnamon. Oh, we make the best bourbon bond and Cinnabon pancakes. I got ground cloves, just a little bit. And that was ginger. Cloves, cinnamon, ginger. I've already got, oh my goodness, the aroma is, just want to go buy a scarecrow or something. Arts and crafts is coming up. All the pumpkins and scarecrows. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I get so excited. All right. That is perfect, Bailey. Perfect, perfect.
We already have 2 scarecrows at our house.
You already got 2? I don't have any. I need to start decorating.
But we haven't put them up yet.
I need to get mine up. And I think today would be a perfect day. So, oh, it smells so good. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so at the restaurant last week, I made the pumpkin cheesecake. I did turkey and dressing. I was all ready for Thanksgiving. I done jumped over summer and went straight to Thanksgiving. I couldn't help it. I was so excited. I did have a really good summer, though. I just want to let everybody out there, all those summer people. I did have a wonderful, wonderful summer, wonderful time, and it was really nice at the restaurant. And it was really nice to have a little vacation. So I always look forward to that every summer. Oh my goodness, I am a cheesecake wizard. But I'm not done yet. I've got one more thing. I've already made some pumpkin pie mix up. And this is like eggs and all your spices and your evaporated milk and your pumpkin pie. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. So I just
It looks like caramel.
Looks like caramel already, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I just kind of, and I can hear my beef stew boiling back there. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna put as much in as I can. That's how I did it last week. So I need my knife back. So let's go around it just to loosen the sides to get that pumpkin and cheesecake kind of drizzled down the side for looks only. A little drizzle right there. All right, now I'm going to put this. It does take, the thing that I couldn't figure out is how to cook it, because there's 2 temperatures for a cheesecake, and then there's a temperature for the cheesecake and there's a temperature for the pumpkin pie. I'm just going to go in the middle and go 300, and it took at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. So when it's kind of firm, like that's really jiggly, but it can still be a little bit jiggly in the middle. That's exactly when you want to take it out. Do not overcook a cheesecake. I've done it a million times and it's no good. All right, so in the oven, Brussels sprouts are cooking. Here we go. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, I can't wait to eat a Brussels sprout and our balsamic sauce and our beef stew. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna turn it on low. Oh my goodness. Go as low as you can go.
There's 1 month and
there's your bay leaf right there. All right, I think it's time to make some good old-fashioned cornbread just like my mom always made. And this is the way we make it at the restaurant every day, all day long. So we'll be right back. I'm going to clean up some of this cheesecake mixture stuff, and we'll be right back. And you join us. All right, so last but not least, got my beef stew cooking, bay leaf on the top. We've got our Brussels sprouts, bacon in the oven. We've got our pumpkin cheesecake. So next we're going to do cornbread, fried cornbread. Now this is the cornbread. Other than if I do something special, I'll do the pan or the skillet cornbread at the restaurant. And I've done it for you on the show, the cornbread sticks. But this is how my mom always fixed our cornbread. And I didn't have any buttermilk like we carry at the restaurant. I've forgotten all about it. But who has buttermilk in the refrigerator? I don't. So in my Mammy's cookbook, if you don't have buttermilk, you need to substitute something for buttermilk. You take 1 cup of milk and you add either 1 tablespoon of vinegar or 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, depending on what you've got, to make it a full level cup of milk, and let it stand. So that's what I've done, and it is nonetheless buttermilk. I tell you, I can't drink it like that, but it sure is good in cornbread. I love it. I remember my dad drinking buttermilk all the time. All right, I've got 2 cups. That is, Bailey, what does that say? 3 cups of cornmeal, self-rising, and 1 cup of self-rising flour. And then I've got a 1/2 cup of sugar. Yep, that's how we make it every day at the restaurant, all day, all night long. So I do 2 eggs. Everybody loves our cornbread. And I do some oil in mine. Usually it's just a vegetable oil, but I've got olive oil here, which is even better. Put it right there. I'm letting my skillet heat up. Got it on low. So we're gonna get in here with these eggs.
I'm gonna whisk it.
We're gonna whisk away.
It looks kind of weird.
And then it's gonna plump up on us too. So you gotta watch it. I'll make a big batch of it in our pitcher at the restaurant, and I'll turn around and it's all flowing over because it does expand. Oh, I love cornbread. Oh my goodness, I take it any day over white bread.
We'll have cornbread at school, and it is so good.
It is. I bet the school makes it good. You know, Meemaw works at the school lunchroom, and she cooks all the time.
It's like sweet cornbread.
I love sweet cornbread. That's why we put sugar in ours. So we're going to let this set while my skillet gets hot, and you want to come on over. We're going to fry us up some cornbread because our beef stew's almost done. Come on over. All right, so Bailey and I are over here. You come over here in case it don't splash on Mammy before you. She's watching her bay leaf and her beef stew, and it's just about ready. All I need to do is take it off, but boy, I didn't have to add cornstarch or anything to it because I had those beef tips wrapped in that flour mixture. So it's perfect just the way it is. And we are going to put some cornbread in here. And if I remember right, my mom always said you want it crunchy on the edges and soft on the inside. I'm used to doing it on a griddle at the restaurant. That's why I'm doing it with a little cup mixture. It's a little easier. So what else are we going to do today? Maybe go shopping, clean house, or go back to Mammy's kitchen?
Oh, no.
Just enjoy the day, right?
Yep.
It's just right outside, isn't it?
Because I'm about to leave for Tennessee.
Because she's getting ready to leave. Me and Palp, everybody's leaving us. Everybody's on vacation. And me and Palp have to sit here and cook for everybody. But they're going to have fun. I've got several gone to Walt Disney World. I've got one in Chicago. And so we're just, everybody's visiting somebody, having fun. My mom always tells me to walk away, Chris, walk away from the cornbread. When we were at the old restaurant, and I would be cooking, she'd be cooking with me, and she'd put her cornbread down on there, and I'd turn it every time. She'd get so mad because I'd always turn it too fast, like her fried potatoes. I'm going to turn this off because I think we're good to go on that. We are perfect. Wow. Just look at that. That is the most savory dish you can have. Now you tell me that's not a beautiful fall dish. I'm going to tell you what. Woo, doggies. I tell you, I'm going to have this next Tuesday on our free day at the restaurant. And then on our free day, it means we get to cook. I get to cook whatever I want. Everything else we've got set in stone. Oh, that looks good, yeah.
Looks like a pancake.
See how you got crunchy around the ends?
It looks like a pancake.
And it fills up like a pancake. See that part right there? That's the best part. So Mom, Granny would be proud. Get a little bit of oil going on that one.
They look like pancakes.
Oh, this is going to be so good with some good old butter. I don't know. Maybe me and you'll have to, kind of maybe take a nap, watch a movie.
Maybe.
Yeah. I've got Netflix. Okay. I got YouTube. I know. I could do it. After we eat all this.
Yep.
Oh, you know what's next? The caramel sauce. Is it caramel or is it caramel? I say caramel. You say caramel. I say caramel. No. A lot of people at the restaurant were like, it's caramel. We're like, no, it's caramel. I guess that's the gravel switch way to, it's caramel sauce, y'all. All right, let's put it down on low. Oh my goodness. Woo, doggies, these things are going to be good. I can't wait to eat today.
It really makes me want to put syrup on it.
You know what, Bailey? I'm glad you said that because they do look like pancakes. We have a lot of tourists in Bardstown, which of course you know that, being our locals. And when we have northerners especially, first of all, we give them sweet tea, then a piece of country ham. That's two things they don't have up north past Kentucky line, past the Ohio River. And, they don't have cornbread like this, and they think I'm giving them pancakes. One day, I remember when we were at the old restaurant, and I served them a pancake with their pinto beans, because I always like getting pinto beans, and they fussed at me and told me that they didn't want a pancake, they wanted cornbread. But they put syrup on it anyway, and they were happy and went on their way, and they've been coming back ever since, too. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. And we'll have to put that right here on our platter. I think that's just enough. We'll have to save a piece for Wonka and Pal when they get back. Oh my, that smells just like Mama's house. Oh, I miss my Mama. Oh, it's perfect. Thank you, Granny. I know you helped me on that. Thank you. We're gonna set this right beside that because that's going to go together. And let me get ready. Come on back over and we're going to make Bailey's favorite caramel sauce. Got it ready? All right. It's such a fun day. Come on. All right. So we're going to make Bailey's caramel sauce, or Bailey says caramel sauce. This fancy pants here. So we're going to boil some butter. Here we go. Best thing about this stuff is some butter, and I'm going to even add some more. I'm going to let you stir it, and to be careful. I'm not ashamed. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to show my grandchildren how to cook. They all, except for the babies, know how to cook their own pancakes at the restaurant, and their own chicken nuggets, their own French fries, and sometimes they even let you wait on people, don't I?
Yep.
So we're gonna put that on high, and she's just gonna stir, stir, stir until that butter is melted. And I make this caramel sauce all the time at the restaurant, and it's divine. It really is. So I think by the time our cheesecake is cooled and ready, it'll be perfect timing. There's so much going on at the restaurant. We've got all the fairs, Ham Days last week, Bourbon Festival week before, Arts and Crafts coming up, Glendale, just a lot of good stuff. When I say shop local, drink local, eat local, that means all the counties around Kentucky are just wonderful to go see. Kentucky is the most beautiful state, I think, in the world. It's just, it's so pretty. And all the counties and the Apple Festival, the Sorghum Festival is this weekend in Springfield. Oh, there's so many of them. There's one down below Gravel Switch that I always love. That's Pinto Bean Dinner. All right, you're going to start stirring that in there really good. I'm going to put about a cup. Let me get it real good, all the bumps out of it. Brown sugar will tend to do that quite a bit. And we're going to get it to where it's really, really hot and it turns into caramel. But yeah, there's so many beautiful places to go here, right here in Kentucky. There's a lot of bucket list things that I want to do, and I don't have to get on an airplane. It's right here in our backyard. But Bardstown, Lebanon being one of my favorites. That's where I'm from, is Marion County. All right, gonna get that really, really hot, add a little bit of milk, get it to boil again, and voila, you've got caramel sauce. And we're gonna check on everything that's in the oven. Oh, how beautiful. Just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Can't wait to eat you little things right in there. You little boogers. Mm-mm. I made pecan pies. What all did I make last week? It was just something set off in me. I was ready to cook. Oh my goodness. So I made the pumpkin cheesecake. I made the pecan pies. I made pralines. I just kept on cooking the turkey and the dressing. Oh my goodness. It was so good. Don't that look delicious? Oh. I bet my grandma, you could put this over, add some pecans to it. Boy, if we had some pecans, I'd be putting them in there. That'd be great on that cheesecake. But I bet my grandma, Mammy Clyde, made this all the time. She cooked like the Amish, my dad said. And I bet they said that she made the best ice cream. Oh, I've got to get a recipe. And that's what we'll do. Even though it's going to be fall, we can still make ice cream. I remember that the old ice cream churns. You have to put the big salt, rock salt or something in it. All right, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of water. And that's going to really, make it hot, hot, hot. That's what turns it into caramel. All right. And the reason why you have to stir it so much, because it will burn. I was making it last week, and I'd be dang if I didn't go outside and talk to a customer, left it on high, come back. Everything was burning up. All right, so we are ready to eat. I cannot wait any longer. My mouth is going right towards that beef stew. So you come back over here and join us, and me and Bailey's going to set a table to die for. Right, Bailey?
Yep.
Let's go. Come on, girl. Woo! Okay, so we're going to get a piece of cornbread here. I'm getting this piece right there that much. Oh, this is so good. Can't wait to have it at the restaurant. I'm sorry to fix this in front of you. It's so good, and eat this. I feel bad. It's that good that I'm guilty. I feel guilty. Let's try one of these. Oh, that buttery and that bacon. That balsamic sauce right there. So I'll try this. Okay, I know you're not crazy about them. Mammy eat them all. All right. You like that cornbread, don't you? Oh my gosh. That melts in your mouth. Wow. Bailey, I wish you really liked these. You're missing out. This Brussels sprout says, I'll see you in about 40 years. I didn't like them when I was a kid either. Oh my gosh. Those are to die for. Now let's do the cornbread first. Buttery. I'm a dipper. I have to dip. Oh. Bailey, we did all right. That bay leaf in there, I think that's what made it. Oh. The beef right here.
I gotta say my favorite part was probably the cornbread.
Oh. It's cooked perfect. I don't see how I did it. That's pretty good stuff right there. There's a piece of celery and carrot right there. We're going to be lazy and just eat beef stew all day. Oh my gosh. This is just like my mom. That crunch around there and that really chewy and moist inside there. That's the best. I don't even need butter, and I'm always putting butter. That's, y'all know me. Y'all know I love butter. But that is so good and moist with this. Let me get a potato, then I'll stop. Oh. Bailey, what's Mammy always say? It's perfect, isn't it? It's really, really good. I'm going to set it aside. I don't want to, but I can't just sit and let you watch me eat that all day. That's really, really cruel. Oh my gosh. I promise you guys, I will have that at the restaurant next Tuesday. Oh my goodness. So let's get your caramel sauce. What we're going to do. And it really turned out good. We've had to let it cool, but that's what there's your crust. And so you've got some pumpkin going down in there. Oh, it's really, really good. And we're going to drizzle some caramel. We're just going to drizzle.
It looks like chocolate.
Just do that. And you know what? You can always add more when you get it on your plate. So, all right. Let's put that right here. And we're going to get us 2 saucers. Oh, can't wait. I hope it's as good as it was last week. All right. G1. We'll put that there for later because me and you're going to eat all day long. There. Oh, Bailey. I think you did a good job. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you got the pumpkin. You got the cheesecake. They both cooked perfect. All right, let's get this one. That right there. You know what? Mammy's going to cheat. Give me a little more caramel. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. Look at that. That's beautiful. So excited when meals come together. What do you think? You like it? Oh. That just melted. That melted right on my tongue. Melted right in my mouth. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. I don't know what to eat. Should we eat dessert first? Bailey, I don't know. I am so, this is one of the best desserts I've ever made. I'm sorry. I completely forgot all about you all. That's how good this meal is. I'm not kidding you. I can't wait to fix it for you. I really, really can't. And you will have the recipes. Let me and Bailey get them all typed up after today because we're going to lay around and be lazy. Yeah, and eat. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad to be back, and I'm so glad you're back with me. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Don't forget, shop local, eat local, drink local. See you later. Love ya. Bye.